Groove Line Fantasy here, man. TNF, Thursday Night Football. We breaking it down, giving you our starts and sits. Here we go. What's good, Groove Line Fantasy? It's your boy Honcho. I'm here with my son Cody. Back for another video, man. We're going to do the Thursday night breakdown, start sits for Tampa Bay and Chicago. Just helping y'all out, man, before the actual game start this week. Here we go.
So starting off with Tampa Bay's running back, Ronald Jones is definitely a start this week. Last week he had 20 carries, 111 rushing yards, and 6 receptions for 17 yards on 9 targets. He's just looking good. And also Chicago Bears have allowed 19 points to opposing running backs. So he's just looking good for this next week. And yeah, he's a start. I start him over Kenny Drake, over a lot of running backs if you don't got the option.
Right. So Leonard Fournette is looking doubtful. So it's definitely giving Rojo the touches to fill the void, man. Chicago's given up over 100 yards to the rushing game last 3 or 4 games. So it's definitely a good matchup. I'm thinking that Jones is at least a solid RB2 this week. Solid flex start if you need him in the flex. Definitely will start him over Drake and a couple of other receivers. I don't know. He had 9 targets last game. So they're utilizing him in the pass game as well as the run game. So he's looking tough, man. It's a good matchup for him. And as long as Fournette is out of the picture, he looks like the premier guy out there. So definitely he's a start for us. Definitely.
And yeah, even if Fournette does end up playing this Thursday, which is most likely not going to happen, I still would sit him even if he does play because he's going to be all banged up, and I don't.
And he's not going to get the touches anyway.
Yeah, Rojo's still going to get the touches anyway.
Yeah, Rojo looking good out there, man.
Yeah.
I drafted him and traded him.
Yeah, starting off with Chicago running backs.
All right, Chicago running backs, man. It's a tough week. They're sits for me, man. The matchup is too strong, man. They're going against a tough defense, a proven defense. Montgomery, he had 10 carries for 27 yards, 3 receptions for 30 yards, and 10 fantasy points. Not a horrible game. No TDs, though. Bears have not scored a rushing touchdown this season. I'm going to let you marinate on that. No rushing touchdowns. Tampa Bay is not allowing more than 65 yards to opposing running backs. They're 4th overall against the run. I'm going to let you marinate on that. Once again, you feel me? Is the numbers is there. The numbers is there. David Montgomery, if he's all you got, hey, that's all you get. The only choice you have, play him. Definitely, if you have better flex options or wide running back 2 options, definitely goes to pivot somewhere else, man. David Montgomery is not the wave this week, man. Week 5 is going to be tough for him. You never know though, but week 5 is going to be tough, man. Don't see him doing too much of anything.
Yeah, with whatever his name is, Cordar, whatever his name is, Patterson. I didn't even know that.
Corduroy Patterson.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even know they let females play in the NFL. But you might as well. I've never even heard of this guy. Don't start him. Just sit him. I don't even know why you have him on your team. To be honest with you, if you do have him. Yeah. But sit him. I've never heard of him.
You definitely must sit, man.
You don't want to play females.
Yeah, Corduroy Patterson. You don't need that.
Corona Patterson.
Yeah, Corona. He got Corona in his name, but yeah, definitely that make a beat.
Don't play him.
He's sick, man.
But yeah.
Starts for the wide receivers. We start with Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. If you have any of the receivers from Tampa Bay, definitely be watching the injury report. I know Mike's been dealing with the ankle injury. He didn't practice on Tuesday. I didn't check today and see what the injury report said on him. but if he is healthy, he is a must play. Last week he had 7 receptions, 122 yards, and a TD out of 8 targets, 17% of their target shares, and had 25 fantasy points. Dude is a beast. He's the definition of feast and famine, though. The ankle injury's been messing with him, you could tell, and that's a result of it. One week he has 25 points, and next week he has 7. I think he's going to do well against Chicago. He will be shadowed by Jalen Johnson, he's a rookie. Mike Evans should be able to cook, man. Definitely should be able to cook and go out there and handle business. Chicago's allowed 230 passing yards on average, so definitely a good game for Mike Evans if he's out there. To the next receiver for Tampa Bay, that's a must start, is Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller last game had 5 receptions, 83 yards, and a touchdown, 19 fantasy points out of 7 targets. He also had 15% of their target share. So him and Mike are definitely the big targets for Tom Brady since Godwin is out of there. Definitely put him in there as your flex. I feel like Scotty definitely will finish top 25 this week. He's definitely in there, and Tom Brady definitely looking for him. So it would be a definite to have them two starting this week.
Yeah, starting with the Chicago wide receivers. Allen Robinson, you're going to want to start him this week. The last 2 weeks, he's had 100-plus yards. Also with TDs in both games against Indiana, which is a pretty good, tough defense. And, yeah, I feel like that's like Nick Foles. He's not passing the ball the way he should be, but he's still giving it to him. But, yeah, he's their best option. So you're going to start – you might have to start him every week, to be honest, if he keeps doing what he's doing. With Anthony Miller and Darnell Mooney, they're kind of like the same players. Like it's like a split. It's like neither one of them is really gonna have a boom game because it's like a split between them, both of them getting the ball. You could put them at the flex if you have like no other choice. But yeah, I'm sitting them this week because it's like Allen Robinson is the main target, and they're really like a split. So I don't even know how to explain it. Like if they were running split at wide receiver, but yeah.
I will say about Anthony Miller and Mooney. Mooney had more target share percentage than Miller. Miller is good, but he's either having a good game or he's invisible. And Mooney is pulling away from his targets. So neither one of them is even worth playing to me. Allen Robinson definitely is going to probably finish out. I think even with the decent matchup with Tampa Bay, top 15.
I think he'll finish top 15 the whole season.
Yeah, top 15. He's tough, man. Season. Yeah, he's tough.
But yeah, starting off with the tight ends, you're gonna want to start Rob Gronkowski this week. Why are you gonna be wanting to start him, even though he hasn't been that much of a good fantasy player? Is because Mike Evans and all the receivers are beat up right now. They're really not. We don't know if they're going to be healthy. If they are healthy, he might be a risk. But for now, we're just going to say to start him because they're all banged up and stuff. And then Cameron Brate, we're going to sit. Well, if you have no other options, you can play him. He's just a risky player because he's inconsistent. Why are you looking at me like that? but yeah, he's inconsistent. He might have a couple touchdowns here and there, but he's not. You can't trust him on a weekly basis. And yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 1K with you. The only reason why Rob Gronkowski is a start because we had to start somebody. Like all these tight ends are not the wave right now. Cole, I don't even know who that is. Don't start him. Jimmy, I don't know, man. He's almost a start, but you know Tampa Bay has only allowed 10 points to tight ends. Last game he had 3 receptions for 33 yards and out of 5 targets. His best game he had 60 yards and 2 touchdowns, man. Other than that, he's been kind of out of there, bruh. So I wouldn't start him. Like I said, I wouldn't even start Rob. To be honest with you, my son feels like we should start.
Well, it depends. If all the players are healthy, if they're healthy, he's a risk because he really doesn't get.
If they ain't healthy, fuck it. To have Brady throw the ball to himself, he the GOAT, man.
Go. Get into that another video. Y'all know who it is, bro. Josh Allen, go all the way. But yeah, Brady, he's a definite start this week. Well, when it's these two teams, if you got Josh Allen, of course you're gonna put him above him. But Nick Foles, he's like, even though Brady's like 60, Nick Foles might as well be 62. They're both old. Nick Foles, he's just trash though. I would not play anybody. If you can stream a quarterback, try to go pick up like Justin Herbert or somebody like that.
That's the better thing to do. Yeah. If you got to play Nick Foles, you should be streaming a quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's just being real. You should be out there finding a quarterback to stream. Herbert, somebody, anybody. Nick Foles is not trustworthy yet, by far. Tom Brady, on the other hand, maybe the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. Will definitely finish top 15 this week. Last week he had 30 for 46, 369 passing yards, and 5 TDs. He also threw an interception. Last 3 games, 33 fantasy points, 23 fantasy points, and 9 fantasy points. Tom is being Tom, you know what I mean? He's finding targets, Scotty Miller, and Mike Evans. He's a must start. I think he'll finish top 15 this week. Against a weak Chicago Bears defense.
Tom Brady's not that good.
He's goated, man.
Josh Allen's goated, but yeah, Tom Brady, he's starting to connect with this offense though. The first week against the Saints, it was looking rough. He was looking like himself, out there throwing interceptions. He had to lead the Patriots because he knew they weren't going to get no more Super Bowls. Josh Allen's taking it all the way this year, other than the Cowboys. But you know, Dak, I'm not even going to talk about him. He's trash. But yeah, he's starting to connect with this offense pretty well.
Like I said, man, we put the tight ends and the quarterbacks together because that was just the easiest thing to do because it's not a whole lot of talking you're going to do about fucking Rob Gronkowski. Like, come on now. So that's it, man. That's how we're feeling about Thursday Night Football. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. You already know we got the groove line, man. This is how we do it.
And if y'all, oh no, keep going, cause I got some good to say.
Go ahead, Pim.
And yeah, if y'all go to the comment section and spam GOAT, you spam the GOATs, and you ain't gotta put a name behind it, cause everybody know who you gonna be talking about. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Do it for Josh Allen. Nah, y'all some haters on Josh Allen. Just do it for us. But yeah, gotta go.
Catch you on the groove line.